Task 1. You indicated in the survey that you listen to music. What kinds of music do you listen to? Who are some of your favorite musicians or composers? I've always been a big fan of music. As for me, I enjoy listening to pop music. Because it has catchy tunes and seductive melodies. Moreover, it helped me feel relaxed and comfortable. One of my favorite singers is My Tam. She is one of top singers in my country. Her music is very catchy and trendy. In addition, she has a good-looking and talented. So, these are some details about my favorite singer. Task 2. When and where do you usually go to listen to music? Do you listen to the radio? Do you go to concerts? Tell me about the different ways you enjoy music. Music is a necessary part of my life. Listening to music is an excellent way to unwind after a long working day. Well, whenever I have some spare time, I turn on some music to relax. Almost time I listen to music on the car when I'm driving, sometime when I'm walking or do exercise. However, when I have more time, I spend on time to listen radio, such as FM 91 MHz Chanel. It's interesting. I ever went to My Tam concert before. It was an interesting experience for me. Hope that I can go to other concert of her in the future. Once again, listen to music on my phone is the best choice whenever I want. Task 3. When did you first become interested in music? What kinds of music did you like at first? Tell me how your interest in music developed from your childhood until today. I first became interested in music when I was in high school with pop music. At that time, there was a singer in Vietnam named Con Phuong, and he was very famous for his popular song Chic Con Gom. He was very good-looking, and he had a unique voice. I used to listen to the song over and over again. But as I got older, I started to listen to various types of music. I sometimes listen to pop music, but I am sometimes in the mood for hip-hop. I sometimes enjoy rock music when I'm feeling excited. So, I listen to many types of music now. Task 4. Could you think back to a particularly memorable time when you heard live music? When was it? Where were you? Who were you with? What happened that made that performance so memorable? I remember going to a concert with my friends 2 years ago. It was a New Year concert, which took place in the downtown of Hanoi. There were many people at the concert and everybody was having a great time. The mood of the concert was amazing because there were so many famous singers and we all enjoyed live performances. We were dancing to the music and singing to the songs during the concert. After that, we watched the fireworks and welcomed the new year. So, it was one of the most memorable concerts in my life. Movie topic. Task 1. You indicated in the survey that you like to watch movies. What kinds of movies do you like to watch? Why do you like those types of movies? When it comes to movies, I'm a big fan of action movies. I feel excited in every single action scene. Plus, action movies are very well made nowadays, so they are always my first choice when I go to the cinema. So, these is reason I like action movies. Task 2. Tell me about when you went to the movies recently. Who did you go with and how was that day? What did you do before the movie and what did you do after? I remember going to the cinema with my friends recently. We had to queue in long lines to buy tickets, because there were a lot of people at the cinema. Before the movie, we ordered some cola. The movie was amazing and we were in the mood for Korean food. So, we went to a Korean restaurant near the cinema. I ordered spicy chicken. It tasted so good because I was starving after the movie. We talked about the movie while enjoying the food and we had such a great time. So, it was a great evening for us. Task 3. What was a memorable movie that you watched in the past? What was it about? What was special about that movie? I remember watching the movie King Kong at Galaxy Cinema a few months ago. It was a science fiction movie, which was about a giant gorilla trying to protect his land from the invasion of bad people. In the end, the gorilla became the king of his land and lived freely in nature. This movie was a big hit since it was filmed in Vietnam. I like the beautiful scenes of Vietnam's majestic nature in the movie. So, King Kong was one of the most memorable movies in my life. Task 4. Tell me about the movie theater you typically go to. What is it like? Describe a movie theater you often visit in as much detail as possible. I usually go to a large theater near my house. It is on a busy street with a lot of foot traffic. It is called CGV. They have 3D and 4D theaters there. In the theaters, there are special seats for couples. Also, the large screens and sound effect, very good. I like going there because it's close to my house. Plus, there are lots of places to eat and shop near the theater. Last of all, the service is excellent because the staff are professional and helpful. Parks topic. Task 1. You indicated in the survey that you go to parks with adults. Tell me about the kinds of parks that you like to visit. What do the parks look like? There is a park in my neighborhood where I can walking and do some exercise. It has a children's playground and a lot of sports facilities, such as tennis courts, basketball courts, running, and cycling. Besides, there is a bigger park near my company. It is a riverside park, so it has a great view of the river, so many people go there to enjoy the great view and get some fresh air. Moreover, it has an indoor swimming pool and a camping ground, so it is a perfect place for families to spend their weekends. So, these are 2 parks that I like to visit. Task 2. Describe what a typical visit to a park is like for you. Tell me about the things you do and see at parks. I frequently go to local parks that near my house to get some fresh air. Sometime I walk around the park to enjoy trees and flowers over there. It's so beautiful. However, sometime I walks for exercise, sitting on benches while reading or chatting with my wife and simply appreciating the natural surroundings. So, parks offer a peaceful setting for relaxation and social interaction. Task 3. Tell me about the last time you went to a park. Which park was it? When was it that you went? Tell me everything you did from the moment you arrived at the park to the time you left. Some days ago, I went to the park near my house to take walks. I went there with my wife after dinner. I wanted to get some fresh air and clear my mind. After the walk, my wife and I sat down on a bench and we started to talk about things that happened. I felt lucky because my wife was with me and she gave me great advice. After that, we walked back home. I felt very refreshed. I think parks are a great place to relieve stress and stay positive again. So, this was what I did at the park recently. Task 4. How did you first start going to parks? What made you visit parks in the first place? Why do you go to parks now? I first started to go to parks to get some fresh air. I wanted to be in an open space to enjoy the trees and flowers, so I go to parks on weekends. I usually sat on a bench and enjoyed the breeze. But nowadays, I go to parks to get some exercise in order to keep fit. I go there to take walks whenever I can. I feel very refreshed after taking walks. Sometimes, I go to parks to play badminton with my friends. I think parks are ideal places to be physically active. So, this is why I started to take walks at parks.